The 3 count question of the week.
The 3 count question of the week.
Since we are in the month of December and during the holiday season, obviously everybody likes to have a gift list, a want list of items that could be potentially coming their way. With Santa Claus bringing gifts to all the good boys and girls. Welcome, Big Mike. Him and Joe checking out the show, getting ready to record the Take 3 Wrestling podcast. Our friends over there. Big Mike still got that money in the bank. It's lurking. We're over halfway there. He's got to
Does
cash.
he want to cash in? Does he want to?
Does he? You want?
Could
Do
happen.
you want to do it?
You want to
Get
do
ready.
Do you want to do it?
it? Let's see. Devin says he was the referee for that match.
Yes, I told you. I told him to hit
On
you,
remote.
Devin.
And Charlie checking in. What's up, co-workers and thumbsucker? What is that?
Huh.
All right.
Sounds inappropriate.
But I was like, what do you have on your pro wrestling holiday wish list this year?
I'm so glad you finished that thought because I thought you were just gonna be like, what do you have? And I'm like, I haven't told you anything of my medical history.
Not today. He says he's going to
Jelly
cash in
beans the
soon.
belly.
But does anybody want to kick us off? Or what do you have on your pro wrestling holiday wish list this year?
Thinking. I wish that Ring of Honor finds a way to stay alive.
It's a good wish.
Good wish.
It's a good wish.
Big wish.
For me, my number one, I do have a few items on my list, but my number one is just that wrestling fans just stop gatekeeping amongst each other. Like, it's okay if
Oh, you want a miracle then?
I mean,
I thought I was asking for a lot. You were asking
Miracle.
You were asking for world peace.
right. I mean, it is basically the equivalent of that. But yeah, just stop gatekeeping. Like, if somebody wants to like everything, if somebody only wants to like something, if somebody's brand new to this wrestling world, it's okay. Let him
They
in.
should have been a fan as long as me. Get out.
Get the fuck out.
Get
Get out
out.
here.
We don't need you.
But that's my number one. That is my number one thing on my list this year.
I like Big Jim is greedy and want more than one thing too. The first thing on my list is an official Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot a model air rifle.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
The number one thing that I want, and it's not gonna happen, and it breaks my heart because this is the toy that you know you're never gonna get. I want NXT 1.0 back. That's what I want.
Wait,
I want it back so bad. I don't care. I want the black and gold brand.
You want the game show version, or
No, I don't want that version.
so you want
I want the Triple H
okay?
competing against AEW, Super Indie, NXT that we had just months ago before this stupid crummy NXT 2.0 stepdad came in, ruined everything.
I feel like
Ruined Christmas.
I feel like my thing might actually be more realistic than that. Charlie says thumbsuckers is a lot better than the original saying. Sure.
Actually, my whole list I don't think I'm going to get.
I might get one. Might.
Okay.
But probably not. I have 4 things on my list.
Okay.
One of them I might get. In turn, Mark, what might you have on your holiday wrestling wish list?
I actually had Smokey. What Smokey just said, that was on my list. I want
Maybe if
NXT
we
to go
ask for it
back.
together, we'll get it.
Maybe we will, but you know
And
what?
we'll
On
just
top
share
of my
it.
list, after we can share it. I'd
You
share
got
it with Smokey.
you got a better opportunity to
There's
just
that word again.
get down on your knees and just take it as opposed to just getting it.
I'd have to be on my hands and knees and just take it. He was invited to come.
Well, but I think my wish is it's possible. I after the events that went down this past weekend at a local indie show, I just want officiating at my local wrestling shows to be called down the middle. I want honest and fair referees at my local indie shows, especially CCW.
I
Am I
mean,
asking too much? Especially in championship matches.
I feel like my thing might even be more realistic than that. Maybe, possibly.
But my
So I gotta follow up to that too.
go ahead,
Okay.
Tim.
So my next wish is I wish for more independent wrestling
Oh, yes.
in 2022.
Yes.
Nice. I like
Like
that.
we've had in 2021, amidst the pandemic, we're doing our best world. But it seems like the majority of the big independent wrestling players, they're all back.
Big, it's enormous.
But there's a lot of like your smaller indies
Yep.
that just haven't been able to get up, gather themselves, pull themselves up by the bootstraps, and get back to regular intervals of good, fun local competition. And I'm just excited for that. I want to go back to see some indie wrestling. I would love to, selfishly, I'm itching to call some stuff.
Yes.
Dude, I'm getting that
Like,
itch.
I haven't-
will.
Yes.
I haven't called stuff in a while, and like I was thinking about it, and I'm like, if somebody
It was
I
it was
would-
PWE, right?
that was the last time.
I
Yes.
haven't called a wrestling match in over 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
it's-
haven't dropped a new What a Maneuver since then.
I have not. I have not.
Ah.
I don't think I've what a maneuvered since the show at the farm show. I think that was
It's
the
been-
last.
It's been so long that
man.
Big Jim doesn't even know what a maneuver is anymore.
No,
He's back to calling it a full-blown maneuver.
I know, right?
I know. It's so
Holy
weird.
shit.
Like we need a montage to get back into commentating shape where it's just big, like us pointing at a dry erase board that has the word maneuver
Maneuver.
on it, but maneuver is underlined and we're pointing at maneuver.
I feel like that needs to be a T-shirt, a whiteboard with maneuver.
I will not
Character
say.
Big Jim.
I will not say maneuver. I will not say maneuver. I will not
Oh,
say
that's
maneuver.
solid.
Oh
I
my
like
God.
that.
That's a shirt. That needs to be a shirt.
What a maneuver.
tpublic.com/3count
That's
Thursday.
a good one.
Ryan, do you have any more?
Yeah,
Did I
I've got three more, Jim.
Okay.
I've
You
got a
went
couple
you
more,
went
too.
next.
Oh, I did. Okay, I
So
went
keep
next.
the
Okay.
order, right?
Well, I'm going to
There's
hit
some-
this one because Big Mike and kind of Charlie are along kind of in the same vein here in the comments.
Oh,
End the brand split and refocus Raw and SmackDown.
oh,
Like,
okay.
just-
All right.
I mean, we've already cut the roster by like 78%. So you might as well put everybody in the same pool and let them work together and refocus the brands. Because Big Mike here says WWE goes back to one brand. We unify some of the 37 unnecessary titles.
All right.
Charlie says, I want one overall set of champions, unify all main roster titles. So we're all kind of in the same boat a little bit on that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good wish.
So Ryan,
The next wish I wrote down was really more just a way to say Shane McMahon on this show rather than something I want. But I wrote one more Shane McMahon match. But we already did that sounder, so I'm going to cross that off.
Okay.
So, you know what? I'll stick with you guys. We're talking about Raw and SmackDown. I would love to see the return of Raw Roulette. Give me what I want.
okay. I can get
Yes.
behind that. I can get behind
That
that.
is my only maybe that could happen. That's what I want.
So Devin says, Mark, as long as they hand me the money, ain't calling shit down the middle. Whoever pays me gets the advantage. Disgusting.
Okay. You need to go
He's a
to a
biased
referee
referee.
seminar or something.
I know a guy.
Devin says he would like better women wrestling on my TV. I think he means better women's wrestling.
No, I think he means he's
I
being
don't
very
think he means better
misogynistic. He
women.
means better looking women. He means
Oh.
less. He wants to bring the divas back. He wants the pudding matches. Devin, you horn dog. We have moved on from that.
Those are
Devin
on
wants
Pin
the
channels now,
baby
man.
oil and the pillow fights with the Bud Light girls. That's what Devin's
on,
talking
Devin.
about.
Come on, we're better than
So, and by Tom, he means Tim. Tim, if you call a wrestling event, you need to do your best Jericho impersonation and yell everything.
He's doing the sign.
They're gonna do the sign. They're doing the sign.
Mark, do you have any more wishes on your holiday wish list?
Pervert.
I did. I'd had several more wishes. First thing I'd like is a pony with saddlebags full of money.
Wrestling wish list.
Wrestling wishes.
Oh,
Mark. Wrestling.
Wrestling. Oh,
Good
Well,
God.
fair
Well, at
enough.
least that was the tamest of the things that he was probably wishing for this year.
yeah, that's true. That was the kid-friendly one. Now, you know what? Not so much anymore because they went ahead and they took NXT and they ruined it. We know that. But I'd still, not as much as before, but I'd still like to see. Oh, it's so bad. But maybe this person, maybe she can make things better on NXT. I still want to see Jordan Grace in NXT. And I'm sorry that upsets you. That's my last thing I want to do is upset anybody.
We're not
No,
upset.
I'm not upset. I am
But
not.
I'd like to see Jordan Grace, NXT.
All right.
Let's talk
Um,
about it.
You said you'd like to see Jordan Grace under your tree. Is that what you just said?
Under my tree. That's what I said. There's plenty of room under there.
So Charlie says, okay, so he says keep the brand split but have floating champions like they had after the purchase of WC.
I'm all right with that.
That'd be all
I'd
right.
be fine with
yeah.
that. But like
Yeah.
I said, I'm fine doing because they don't do the brand split well anyway. So
See,
No, they
That would be
don't.
my next wish.
like to do the brand split correctly.
Actually do a brand split. Like I don't think that you should merge the two shows. I think that
Yes,
so
we are.
I
Yes,
literally
we are.
just sat down and watched the Errol Hawani Paul Heyman interview.
Okay.
And Ariel Hawani asked the very same question of would WWE would they benefit from having one roster? And the way that Paul Heyman laid it out, it made perfect sense. Like with the split, you're able to incorporate you, and this is where doing it right comes into play. But having multiple shows with different rosters allows for newer talent to be able to be showcased more frequently than if everybody were on the same shows, because it would be Roman Reigns and whoever he's with, Big E and whoever he's with on both shows. Then you've got the women's stuff, like Becky and her stuff, Charlotte and her stuff, and then what's left.
But we don't need that. AEW doesn't do that and is succeeding very well without having that. That is like a WWE formula that no longer is relevant, and I don't think people want to see it anymore. I don't need to see Roman Reigns close SmackDown every single Friday.
But when you get both shows, when they're on the same show, Roman Reigns will be closing Mondays and Fridays.
But he
You're getting
doesn't
twice a week.
need to.
But he's
You
also
sure?
the best thing in wrestling, so yeah, he kind of does.
Then you just drive away more viewers.
But SmackDown's the highest rated of the 3 WWE shows right now.
Right. So then you would want to put him on Raw to drive more viewers in. I don't understand. I mean, maybe I'm
What I-
not getting it.
Well, no. So Paul Heyman is saying, keep the brand split.
Oh, to keep. Okay,
Keep it.
I apologize.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because he's saying that if you put them together, you're gonna get Roman on both shows.
But I'm
It's
saying
gonna be-
you don't need to do that.
It's gonna be Roman
Right.
overload is what he's saying.
You
But it
don't
would
you
be-
don't
it would be
get.
top guy overload.
Fair.
I think AEW is being very successful not doing that formula.
They are, but WWE doesn't know how to do that.
How do
I
you?
mean, I feel like Dynamite and Rampage like they're 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 not necessarily getting repetitive, but like I feel like most episodes, like, and again, Daniel Bryan Danielson is having tremendous match, but I feel like almost every show it's like Daniel Bryan Danielson opens with a match, and then it's like CM Punk comes out,
segment,
and then Adam Cole Bay, and then the Young Buck. Like it like they have more toys to play with, but like there's a lot of the same toys every week. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if I'm describing it correctly, but
You are.
and I believe Rampage has a very different feel and kind of has its own roster. Like the guys on Rampage
does it?
aren't.
I hear Kirby
I don't know.
digging again.
Is
Kirby
that what
digging.
that is?
Yeah, it was.
Charlie, how many wishes do you have? You've posted 4 in the
What is it?
comments. You had 4 on Twitter. You're
He's
a greedy
a,
motherfucker.
he's a greedy boy. Give
It's
him
like
what he
found
wants.
a magic lamp. Come on, Charlie.
Lamps. I thought we only had
Give me
one.
what I
I
want.
thought we only had one.
He
He was invited to come.
he says he would like a major third promotion in the world. There's enough talent, buzz, and money out there. I mean, yes. The more places to go, I'm all in favor of.
Do you think we're close to a third major?
Depends if Conrad wants to get into the business. No, maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's always going to be buzz, but
I'm actually okay having 2 big boys, and I would rather see a flood of Impact, ROH, MLW size things that are still local and like cheap, and you can see the guys on the rise. I think 2 big boys are enough.
right. I mean, yes. I want MLW to get a little bit bigger. If Ring of Honor can find a way to stay alive, Impact, it's there doesn't necessarily need to be another quote unquote major brand. I don't think.
Right.
But if you have
you
like
can slide GCW up to that level.
yeah, like if you have some like quote, and I'm putting even like Impact in this, even though I know they're not like an indie, but like major indies, like brands on the level of like where ECW was.
Yeah.
Like where it's big enough that like people know it's there and people pay attention to it being there, but it's not like it's not making it the same level of noise to with the major brands. Intern, where are we at? Intern Mark, do you have any more, or did you just give yours? I can't
Let's see,
remember.
more wishes. You know what? I would also, and I think this could very well could happen. I'd like to see Roman Reigns continue to be the Universal Champion.
Yeah, I don't think
next year.
there's any worry about that. I mean, I think WrestleMania this year or this upcoming year is the earliest I think you see him lose that title. And I don't even know that it's a lock there.
I don't think he's going to lose it.
So.
I'm sorry that it's such a smoky. I know you're tired of him closing the shows Friday night, but I don't.
I don't need to see it every night.
Well, maybe
Oh,
you'll see it.
oh, that pisses me off. That pisses me right off.
I don't need it.
Tim, did you have any more?
I do. And this one's a little more spiteful.
Okay. We like spiteful here.
Ooh, you have my attention.
I want AEW to acquire a talent from WWE that is unattainable. I want Vince McMahon's heart broken. Like a John Cena, a Stone Cold Steve Austin, an Undertaker, someone of like untouchable, never thought they'd go to AEW status to go
Okay.
away from the WWE, because that's the only way Vince is going to learn.
That's awesome.
The boys you all just mentioned are like no longer active. Is there an active wrestler that would do that in your mind, or is it
There's
like
no,
the?
I don't think there's. I don't
Like,
think there's anyone.
Roman is the only person that I can think would be like a never.
Maybe
Like, I
Brock
would've-
Lesnar.
Ooh,
Brock, I think, would be up there.
Ooh, that could happen.
I mean, Randy Orton would shock me,
Charlie,
but
I don't even
think
agree
Vince
with this one.
sends-
Randy Orton's on there.
I don't agree
Randy
that
Orton,
Charlotte
okay.
is a never.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Charlotte's a possibility.
I think Charlotte's
I
definitely
think
in play.
Charlotte's a foregone conclusion. It'll happen.
Devin has a wish. He wishes Tim would acknowledge it.
And Tim wishes he had a dick as big as Devin's, but
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. So
Well, maybe
I like
Devin
that,
wishes
Tim.
he
You
had a
should write
belly
that
button as
down.
big
yeah, I
as
feel like
Tim's.
I feel like Randy is kind of one of those nevers. Like he just feels like a lifer. He really does. I mean,
mm-hmm.
so yeah, like an Orton or Reigns, I think are probably the
could
only.
could they come in and swoop the New Day? Would that be a big?
See, but I don't think that they like.
You must have to take all three of them.
Yeah, I don't think that breaks Vince's heart though.
Man, I don't know. Like that. that
Austin Theory. They come and take Austin Theory.
that might break his heart now.
It was me, Austin.
But yeah, I think those there's only a select couple.
I like that, Tim.
Charlotte, Becky, Seth, Roman are homegrown talent. If any of them left, yeah, but
I wouldn't call Seth homegrown. Seth was an indie darling.
But and I don't think any of those
Cultivated in the WWE significantly.
Sure.
I
But
don't
like even
you-
like Becky,
you
Seth,
can't look at
Becky
Seth
and
as being Tyler
I don't
Black.
I don't think those break Vince's heart either. I think
What
Roman,
if they take Shane McMahon?
Shane McMahon.
Okay. All right. I have two more. Kevin Owens re-signs with WWE.
Why do you wish that? Stop.
Because I want people. I want the world to burn a little bit, and here's the thing: if he re-signs with WWE, that's what he wants to do. I don't think Kevin Owens is doing anything he doesn't want to do.
I know
So
you
if I
said
think
resigns, but I heard resigns.
Re-sign, not resigns.
Damn
I know how punctuation works,
I know you know.
and it's even written that way on my sheet.
I know you said it that way too. My wishful ears heard it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And my last one is MJF as AEW champion. Is mine.
Your last two wishes are really shitty.
Hey, they're my wishes. God damn it. Ryan, did you have any other ones? Mark, did you have any?
I
other
do.
Ones?
I have one final wish, and my final wish is that Hershey, Pennsylvania gets a fucking TV show.
Not gonna happen. You maybe AEW.
I don't care what promotion. I'm all for AEW right now in Hershey.
Hell, I would take
I think
MLW
it's,
doing a
Give
show at.
me an effing show in fucking Hershey. That's all I want.
In Hershey. Give it to me.
Steroid thing's over. You can come back to Hershey. God,
Give me.
It's safe.
bring Raw Roulette back to her. I don't care. Do what you got to do.
Devin agrees with you, Ryan.
Well, then I changed my mind.
Stay away from Hershey.
Charlie here on Twitter said he's like me. Wrestling fans be better to each other. We're shooting for the stars on that one. This one probably just as unrealistic. AEW to stop with stupid comedy nonsense. At least that's I'm speaking from Charlie's perspective.
All right, Adam Lavelle, getting your tweets in under Charlie's name.
Jericho to stop yelling when on commentary. Again, you are just shooting.
That's not happening.
They're doing the sign.
And we finally see Brock versus Lashley.
Oh, okay. All right.
Possible.
Old Bob
Joey
Lashley.
Image says a new neck and spine so he can make a return to the ring.
Who said that?
Joey Image.
Oh, sure. We'll hope
The
for
Joey
that.
Image.
Yes, Santa's in the neck and spine game.
Certainly, I've heard that. Does anybody else have any other ones before we go to break?
You know,
Boy,
My-
this
the
segment
last
to be
thing I-
over.
oh, come on now.
Jeez.
I'd really like to see the Sea Stars make a splash in AEW.
Okay.
See, I said what I said
you-
in the right time.
You certainly did, Ryan, and I should have ended it before then.